What is an ecological niche?
The birds and animals living together in a single place, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So ecological niche
Ma'am,
is the,
we can say it is a home for animals.
it is a,
Home for the animals. I
sorry,
mean,
can you be loud?
home for the animals, ma'am.
Home for the animal. Okay, okay, okay. So a unique functional position that a species holds or performs in an ecosystem. Unique functional position that a species holds or performs in an ecosystem is known as your ecological niche. Okay, so what is the most unique function a tiger performs? Okay, let us take a different question. In which national park in India do you have both tiger and lion together?
Gir, ma'am.
You have what in Gir? Lion only. Which national park has both lion and tiger population in India? None of them. None of them. Okay. In any forest, whenever you see the top predator is always a single animal. Now, for example, you can have a top predator as a tiger and also a bear. Bear is omnivore, and this is a pure carnivore. There will be only one carnivore as top predator. There will be only one omnivore as top predator. Generally, tiger is considered, if in a forest there is tiger, you consider tiger only as the top predator. There cannot be lion there. Bear also will sit in the secondary consumer category only. It is not the top predator. But sometimes some people put bear also as a top predator. Bear is a top predator wherever you have polar bear. It is top predator in the Arctic belt. Grizzly bear of USA is a top predator in the tundra belt of it. Okay, but whenever in India, if you have tiger and your bear living together, some books give it, but it is completely false. Tiger is the only top predator possible in any forest. And if in a forest there is lion present, then lion is the top predator. Lion and tiger cannot exist together. Two top predators cannot exist together. If two top predators come face to face with each other, they have to eliminate another one. They eliminate another top predator. They always have only one top predator. So you can see that whichever is weak will migrate and it will go away and it will not fight. Okay, so tiger and lion cannot be in a single forest. For that matter, no two top predators can be in the same forest. So generally, when you see the same trophic level, there will be only one species dominating. Two species cannot survive together. It is very difficult. Cheetah and leopard surviving together, very difficult. Both are of same nature. So both are of same nature. For them to survive together, it is very, very difficult. So most of the times you see that it is dominated by leopard, or it is dominated by cheetah, or they change their behavior. Can you tell what is the behavioral change you find between your cheetah and leopard? Okay. Cheetah is a social animal, means it lives in groups. Leopard is a solitary animal. Okay. Next, if you see cheetah, it hunts during the day. Leopard hunts during night. So this is the behavioral change they do to survive together. Both of them are hunting together at the same time. Then they have to kill each other. Only one can hunt at the time. So one is hunting during day, the other one is hunting during night. It will interchange. Leopard will hunt during day also, cheetah will hunt during night also. Rare events, but general hunting time is day, leopard general hunting time is night. Now, if you tell human beings sleep at night and awake in the morning and they are functioning in the morning, don't say, that there are BPO workers who are working in the night. You cannot take those people into consideration. They are a small section group of people who are, night gig workers. So they are working at the night. So you cannot take them into consideration. Okay. So call center and other things, night jobs, you cannot take them into consideration. General behavior of humans is we sleep at night. So that is how cheetah is. Sleeps at night, daytime it is hunting. Leopard is a night animal, comes out in the night, hunts in the night, and daytime it is sleeping. With this behavioral change, they can exist together in the same trophic level. So they exist together like this in the same trophic level. Another classic example is your owl, eagle. Bird category in our area, if you see wherever you are residing, these are the top predators. Cannot exist together at the same time, hence it comes out in the night. Top predator at night. Eagle is top predator during day. Both are of same size, same capability, same behavior. So owl is coming out in the night and eagle is there only during day. So when they are adapting like this, there can be two predators at the top level because one is in the day and the other is in the night. So that is possible. But lion and tiger both are day predators, both move around during daytime. That is why in none of the national parks you will find both lion and tiger together. If they come face to face, they eliminate each other. That is why in Gujarat you can see there is no tiger there, because it is a patch which is next to desert. It means it is grassland. Tiger doesn't reside in grassland. Tiger needs trees, so it is there in a forest area. And lion is an animal of grassland. Occasionally lion will go into forest, occasionally tiger will come into grass. It is not that it will not move, but general habitat of lion is grass and general habitat of tiger is forest. So if you now see the behavioral pattern of lion and tiger, lion is in grass, it is in forest. Lion is a social animal, lives in groups. Tiger is a solitary animal, lives singly. Lion now female hunts. In this, both male and female equally hunt. What will happen if lion and tiger fight? Who will win the battle? Who will
If
win the fight?
if lion and the tiger are facing singly means the tiger will win, ma'am. And if lion comes in the group means obviously the lion will win.
Yeah, obviously in a group, tiger will be overpowered, but lion generally loses the fight and tiger generally wins the fight. Why? The probability of tiger winning is very, very high. So 8 out of 10 times tiger will win. Why tiger will win?
because both
The
male and
body
female
is heavy, ma'am.
hunts.
Uh-huh.
The body is heavy and skills of the tiger is more when compared to lion, ma'am.
Okay.
Energy
Somebody was
consumption
some other answer. Somebody was saying,
in forest there is more energy consumption.
but lion is also big, and you call it the king of the jungle. Then why do you call it the king of the jungle if it doesn't have power?
Because of its
Maybe
behavior.
tiger has more endurance and it is habituated to fight alone.
Very good. That is the point. It is solitary. That is why the survival skills are good, hunting skills are good. Okay, power is also higher because it is a solitary animal. Okay, so it is a solitary animal, so it survives alone, singly knows the skills. Lion does not hunt. It is always the lioness that hunts. Only when they're bringing down a big animal, lion comes and it is acting for not more than 5 minutes. Beyond 5 minutes, if the prey can run, lion cannot hunt. So maximum endurance of a lion is 5 minutes. It is used to bring down big animals. Sometimes, like now, the pack likes to eat a giraffe or a elephant. Then they call the lion. 2 or 3 lions are there in the pride in their group, and that pack comes, and then they are actually hunting down an elephant together. Or that one lion can, give a fight to an elephant for 5 minutes, maximum 3 to 4 minutes. Beyond that, it cannot fight. Body of lion is very heavy with its hair. So hair is too much, body itself is very heavy, cannot run faster for long times, or cannot even put up a fight, but has high energy when compared to your lioness. So has high energy, but for a very short period of time. Tiger is not like that. Tiger's body is completely adapted for solitary living, so lives solitarily, and then it wins 8 out of 10 times. When it is fighting with a lion, it wins. So whenever an animal is solitary, it is having better skills, better energy, better power, better endurance, and it wins the fight. So same is the case with cheetah and leopard. Cheetah is smaller in size also, leopard is bigger in size. Leopard has more energy, it is a solitary animal. So if cheetah and leopard are fighting, leopard wins the war, and cheetah cannot win the fight. So leopard wins the fight. So whichever animal is solitary, that wins the fight and has high probability of winning the fight. So now you see, in a forest area, this is the unique role performed by tiger or lion. They are eliminating the other top predator. So that is a unique role. Next unique role, second one, is reproduction. I don't know when it was in news, but last before 4 or 5 months, in a national park in North East India, I think vulture gave birth to one young one in a zoo. So vulture gave birth to a young one in a zoo somewhere West Bengal or Assam. So it has given birth in zoo, and whenever a tiger gives birth in USA, in zoo, it is a huge news. Okay, so this vulture had given birth somewhere in Japan or somewhere one time. After that, in a zoo, this is the second time recorded in the history only that it has given birth in a zoo. Generally, you don't see in a zoo multiplication of animals. You can see multiplication of monkeys in a zoo, tortoise in a zoo. They all reproduce and they are multiplying. But particular snakes, if you see big ones, if you bring anaconda snakes from your Amazon and you introduce it into your zoo area, it doesn't reproduce. There will be one or two and they die. Chimpanzees or your gorilla, you bring them from Africa, you introduce them into your local zoos, they are not reproducing because you always bring a group. You're not bringing a single animal. You're bringing a group. Male and female are there and they are in their young reproductive years only. But when you bring them, they do not reproduce. That is why when they reproduce, it is a huge news. In USA, reproduction of tiger is there. You forcibly, are inseminating it, and then that is why it becomes pregnant, and you're monitoring it, you're making it forcibly pregnant, just like how you make a cow inseminate here. The same way you do it with a tiger in USA. That is not considered to be reproduction, that is not in news. But naturally, when there is mating and then there is reproduction in a zoo, it becomes a huge news anytime. A giraffe giving birth in India, so that is, huge news in India or anywhere else worldwide. Generally, it is put in the front pages. So tiger from India reproducing in USA, or some other country like London or somewhere else, then it is front page news. Asiatic elephant reproducing in a habitat where it is not there, like your America or Europe, etc., it is huge news. Okay, so in zoo, when it reproduces, it is huge news because it does not reproduce in zoo. Whenever the animal is not secure of its food chain, because you generally, if you bring a tiger, you introduce tiger to meat every day. You're introducing meat to tiger every day. Generally, you feed your tiger chicken, or you're giving it mutton, and for you, any meat you throw at the tiger, tiger should be able to eat it. And occasionally, now and then, whenever your deer is, reproducing and there is high population in the zoo, they take one deer and they put it to the tiger, and it is eating one deer. It is, insecure food chain for the tiger, because its original food is not there for it to eat according to its will and wish. Maybe someday your tiger has just a mood to eat only a rabbit and is hunting behind a rabbit only. Or maybe it has a mood to eat only a peacock. So, at any cost in a zoo, you're not introducing peacock to a tiger cage. So, tiger is not eating a peacock. Peacock is one of the birds that your tiger eats in large amount, because peacocks cannot fly. When they cannot fly, tiger hunts them, eats them. So, tiger eats them a lot. So, when they are not getting these animals of the food web, which all they are supposed to eat, they stop reproducing, they are not reproducing. Even if there is, 2 to 3 degrees Celsius variation in their temperature required, or the amount of water rainfall, minor slight change also, they are completely infertile. Their fertility is lost and they do not reproduce. That is why when you bring them to a zoo, creating the conditions of survival is very, very difficult. That is why they do not reproduce. That reproduction process itself is a unique role that you perform. Okay, it is a unique role that you perform. So when you take the case of animals, now in a zoo, naturally, if it has mated and if it has reproduce, that means in zoo you have created that conditions, and the country has actually put that much effort in creating those conditions for the animal. So that is why it becomes a front page news easily if it is reproducing in any other habitat. Like, for say example, you take a tiger from India, you put it in Pakistan, it will reproduce. Not such a great thing. It will reproduce. You put it in Bangladesh, it will reproduce. You put it in Southeast Asia, anywhere, it will reproduce, because the habitat conditions are more or less the same. But food is very, very important. As long as you are giving it some freedom and you are giving the proper food that it eats, then it will reproduce. Slight change in food pattern, it will not reproduce. Okay, so one is your habitat, it should be close enough, and the other is the food cycle or the food web. It should have a secure food web. Only then the animal will reproduce. Otherwise, it will not reproduce. They will mate, but they will not reproduce. That is how the condition of the animal is. So, if a ecological niche is there, then the animal is, performing a unique role. One of the important unique role that it has to perform is reproduction. It has to do it, because if tiger will not reproduce, nothing else can reproduce a tiger. Lion cannot produce a tiger, so tiger has to do that role for itself. So that is a unique role. So in any niche, there is reproduction, and if only reproduction is performed, then only you call it as a niche. Otherwise, you do not call it as a niche. You do not call it as that animal's niche. Okay, so niche is this idea or this concept where the animal is performing a unique role in the habitat, and reproduction is one of the most important. Okay.